CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures.
At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals and strive to make a positive impact for our members and the community. Our mission is to empower individuals with the skills and resources necessary to achieve financial freedom. As our members and the community achieve their goals, we fulfill ours, creating a brighter future together. Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, your partner in financial well-being.
Coming up on CCS-TV Community Conversation.
We are talking local legends and sports history as we preview the 2026 Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame induction.
From record-breaking wrestlers and marathon runners,
to coaches, multi-sport athletes, and stories of resilience that go far beyond the field.
Hall of Fame President Randy Anderson joins us to break down this year's class
and give us a look at what the fans can expect on induction night.
That's all ahead,
right here on CCS-TV Community Conversation.
And welcome back to CCS-TV Community Conversation. I'm Will Schlemmer.
And I'm Stavros Singleton.
Today, we're talking sports history, local legends, and a night that means a lot to Chautauqua County.
That's right, the 2026 Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame induction is right around the corner, and we're joined by Randy Anderson, president of the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame. Randy, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, guys. I'm happy to be here today.
Definitely. So let's start with the basics. For folks who may be new to this, what is the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, and why does it matter to people?
The Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame has been around for 44 years. We're a not-for-profit. We're located at 15 West 3rd Street, right across from Crown Roast Coffee. As I said, we've been in existence for 44 years. Our mission is to honor and preserve the sports history of Chautauqua County.
Definitely.
That's great. Chautauqua County has produced an incredible range of athletes over the years. What makes this area such a special place for sports?
It goes back to the training that our athletes get at the high school level. As you know, we have 18 high schools in our county, and it seems like every high school has a good coaching program, a good development program, and I think our student athletes thrive in our local high schools.
Yeah. So the class of 2026 is the 44th group inducted since the Hall of Fame started. You know, back in 1981. So how does the selection process work, and how do athletes earn this honor?
That's a very good question. Well, so we have a 30-member board of directors that run the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame. We're an all-volunteer group. We have no paid employees. So we receive nominations from the public. We have a procedure. If you want to nominate somebody, you have to do A, B, C, D, and E, and submit that information to us. Then our group, the 30 members, go through the nominations each year, and we select the group that's going to be inducted each year. It's a 3-month process for us. We take it very seriously. We want to get it right. This year, as an example, we looked at 93 files and then chose 8. It's hard to get in the Sports Hall of Fame, and it should be.
Yeah. It seems like a really big honor, too.
It is.
Induction night seems like a big culmination of quite a long process. I'm quite excited for it. For people attending the banquet for the first time, what can they expect on this night?
Well, the doors open at 5 o'clock. We always have our event at the Lakewood Rod and Gun Club. Because it's handicapped accessible, it's all on one floor, there's lots of parking, the food is good, so we have a good partnership with the Rod and Gun Club. But anyway, the doors open at 5. We have a social time from 5 till 6:30. We eat at 6:30. Stuffed chicken breast, excellent. And then about 7:15, we start the program. The first thing we do is to honor outstanding local high school and collegiate and community athletes who have done something special in the last calendar year. This year we've got 18 honorary honorees coming up for that. And then when we're done with those honorees, then we get into the induction ceremony of the 8 individuals for this year. It takes, our program runs 2 hours.
Nice. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to that chicken breast.
You're gonna love it.
Okay. So the event, has grown a lot over the years. How would you say that the induction ceremony has evolved recently?
We've perfected our craft, if you know what I mean. Over 44 years, you take a look at what went well, what didn't go so well, and we've rubbed on it, and we've got it pretty darn good now. A big change that we made a few years ago is when we induct our new class members, we give them time at the microphone, at the podium, to thank their friends, their family, their coaches, anybody who's got them to the Hall of Fame. You don't get to the Hall of Fame by yourself. You've got a team behind you. Well, sometimes in the past, some of those speeches have gone on a little bit too long, if you know what I mean. Some people love a microphone. So over the last several years, we've rubbed on that, and now we require our inductees to turn in their speech ahead of time to us so that we can edit it for length and appropriateness. So now it's a smooth run machine.
That's great. So 6:30 hits, we say, let's get this show on the road.
Let's
and you've
roll.
got a pretty tight schedule.
That's right.
That's awesome. CCS-TV is proud to live stream this event for a 2nd year in a row, and so even more people can be a part of it.
Last year, CCS-TV did it for the first time, and it was so what it felt like the Grammys or the Emmys, if you know what I mean. You had people like Justin Gould walking around with cameras and filming everything that was going on, and we just got such positive feedback from our members and from the community that we decided to invite you back again this year.
Well, thank you so much. So, Randy, stick with us. When we come back, we'll take a break and dive into the class of 2026 and the athletes being honored.
You are watching Community Conversation on CCS-TV.
Experience the difference buying your next pre-owned ride at Schultz. Certified technicians ensure every vehicle has up-to-date maintenance and reconditioning to make our pre-owned inventory like new again. Most pre-owned purchases include a limited lifetime engine warranty and 1 year of complimentary service. Explore Schultz extended warranty options for even more peace of mind on the road. That's why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
Welcome to the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, located at 15 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. Visitors will see photographs, awards, apparel, and other sports memorabilia. We invite all visitors to stop in the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame and learn about the sports history of Chautauqua County.
In Lakewood, life moves with the rhythm of the lake. Morning coffee with friends, afternoons on the tennis courts, evenings filled with music and laughter. From pickleball rallies to family sailing, from local shops to the farmer's market, Lakewood is where moments turn into memories. This is community. This is connection. This is Lakewood, New York, where good times live.
Welcome back to CCS-TV Community Conversation featuring the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame. This segment, we're going to take a deeper dive into the class of 2026 with President Randy Anderson walking us through each inductee and their story.
Each of these athletes has a unique path, and we'll follow them one by one with the storyteller screen, helping bring those achievements to life.
All right, so let's start with Kenny Betts, a wrestling standout from Fredonia High School, two-time New York State champion, five-time Section 6 champion, and a state record 269 wins.
It's fair to say that Kenny is probably the most decorated high school wrestler in the history of Chautauqua County. Not only did he win the state title twice, he was the runner-up 2 other times. So he went to the state championships 5 times, won twice, finished second twice. And as you mentioned, at the time of his graduation, he was the winningest wrestler in all of New York State history. And he recorded the second most number of pins in New York State wrestling history. He's the real deal.
Wow, yeah, that's phenomenal. So next up, we've got Jennifer Jeebner Donato, a Dunkirk High School graduate and marathon runner who made history in 2018 as the first woman to run all 6 Abbott World Marathon majors in a single year.
Jennifer, as you mentioned, is a marathon runner, and she did something for the first time when she ran the Abbott World Marathon Majors. What they are is they are 6 marathons run across the globe. So that's Tokyo, Boston, London, Chicago, Berlin, and New York City. So there's 6 of them. Those are the Abbott World Marathon Majors. Jennifer completed all 6 of those 4 different times, and she was the first woman in the world to do that. One of the years she did it, she did all 6 of them in 1 calendar year, not just, completing them at some point, but all 6 marathons in 1 year. I got tired walking down here today, guys. I'm trying to think of running world 6 marathons in one year.
Yeah, goodness. Our next inductee, Dr. Carl Englert Jr., represents golf in this year's class, a Bishop Timon graduate who competed in NCAA national championships and won titles spanning decades.
Dr. Englert was a dentist that lived in the Lakewood area for over 3 decades, and he was one of the finest golfers in the history of Chautauqua County. He was a multi-time Western New York golfing champion. He was a multiple-time Maplehurst Golf Club champion, multiple-time Moonbrook Golf Club champion. But what really made Dr. Englert special is he qualified for the USGA Junior Nationals as a boy, the US Amateur Nationals as an older person, and the US Senior Open as a really older guy. So, that's the trifecta of golf. If you can qualify for the US Juniors, Masters, and Seniors, you're the real deal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's really got it all. So next up, Brianne Prince Hazelton's story goes beyond the field, a Division I softball player who fought and beat Hodgkin's lymphoma, then returned to the game and later coached multiple championship teams.
Brianne attended Frewsburg High School, played softball down there for 5 years. She was a 3-time All-Western New York player. She was a New York State Class C first-team All-Star. Then she got a scholarship to go to St. Bonaventure, and during her freshman year, contracted Hodgkin's. She beat Hodgkin's, came back, continued her softball career at St. Bonaventure, and is now a school counselor at Forestville Central, where she coaches the Forestville Lady Hornets softball team. And this past year, she took them to the state finals.
Wow.
My God, cannot keep her away from her game. Man. Our next, Trevor Hitchcock, was a true multi-sport athlete from Falconer with 9 track and field championships and dominance in throwing events.
Right. Trev went to Falconer. and was a three-sport star at Faulkner: football, basketball, track and field. But he really took off when he went to SUNY Fredonia, and he came under the tutelage of a guy named Jim Ulrich, who was a previous inductee of the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame. Trevor took off in the world of track and field, the strength events, the hammer throw, the discus, the shot put. Trevor was a 4-time All-American at SUNY Fredonia.
Wow, very impressive. So next up, Brian Hull made his mark in cross country and track, earning All-American honors at the collegiate level.
Brian was a graduate of Southwestern Central. During his career at Southwestern, he was undefeated in cross country for 2 years.
That's
undefeated.
That's
set 11 course records, Stavros.
That's crazy.
You know something about this. He was a New York State cross country champion, but he also competed in track and field. He was a distance guy, mile, 2 mile. Back in the days when Brian was competing in the 70s, they didn't run meters like you guys run nowadays. They ran miles. And in his senior year, he was the New York State 2-mile champion. So get what Brian did. In his senior year, he was the state champion in 2 different individual events, cross country and the 2-mile run. Then he went on to Cedarville University in Ohio, became an All-American in cross country and track and field out there.
Wow.
That's great. Kerry Kellogg brings both a playing and coaching legacy from Division I baseball to leading Jamestown Community College for a decade with over 200 wins and National Coach of the Year honors. How important is it to honor coaches who shape generations of our athletes here?
That's funny. Coaching is extremely important. Now, as a coach, you still have to have a bunch of good athletes on your team if you're going to do anything. So it's a symbiotic relationship. But on the other hand, those athletes need a really good coach to get the fullest potential out of themselves. So it's a combination of coaching and athletics. Kerry is a Southwestern graduate as well. He, after Southwestern, he went to St. Petersburg Junior College and was a star down at St. Pete. Then he got a scholarship to the D1 University of Florida and played 2 years at the University of Florida. When he got out of college ball, then he played 2 years for the Jamestown Expos right down here at Dietrich Park. When his minor league baseball came to an end, he enlisted in the Air Force, and he served our country for 14 years. When he got out of the Air Force, he got hired at JCC as their baseball coach, and as you mentioned in your run-up, he led them to 200 victories and a berth in the JUCO World Series, I should say.
Man, I do not want to know how many laps around the field those kids had to run.
Definitely. So, and finally, Dan Wolf, a true all-around athlete who excelled in football, baseball, basketball, and track. So, Randy, what does Dan's story represent about athletes from that era and Chautauqua sports in general?
Dan Wolf graduated from Cardinal Minzenny High School in Dunkirk. Cardinal Minzenny doesn't even exist anymore. That was a high school that, I'm going to say like 1952 to maybe 1979. And Dan, like many good athletes at smaller schools, has to do all the sports. It's different when you're at Jamestown High School. You might be able to specialize in your best sport because there's lots of kids for all the sports. But when you're at a smaller high school like Cardinal Minzenny and you're the best athlete in the school, you got to play everything. And Dan did play everything. He was an all-Catholic League performer in football, basketball, track and field, and baseball. In his high school career, he won 15 varsity letters. Stavros, you've got a varsity letter, but you don't have 15.
How do you do that?
You play every sport every season. Some people who saw him play back in the 70s said he might have been one of the greatest athletes in the history of Chautauqua County.
Wow. Yeah, I've just got the one from swim. That's amazing.
That is nuts. 8 inductees with 8 very different stories, all part of the same sports legacy.
Yep. When we come back, we'll wrap things up looking at the impact of this class and what to expect on induction night.
Stay with us. CCS-TV Community Conversation will be back right after this.
Welcome to Lakewood, New York, where community and adventure meet by the water's edge. Stroll our farmers market, sip something special at bag and string wine merchants, and discover local shops that feel like home. From sailing and pickleball to concerts in the park, every season brings a reason to gather. Lakewood isn't just a destination, it's a way of life. Discover it for yourself. Lakewood, where good times live.
At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals and strive to make a positive impact for our members and the community. Our mission is to empower individuals with the skills and resources necessary to achieve financial freedom. As our members and the community achieve their goals, we fulfill ours, creating a brighter future together. Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, your partner in financial well-being.
Looking to feed the family, the whole team, or just your own hungry self? Honest John's has you covered. We're talking fresh-made subs, crispy wings, and pizza so good you might just start happy dancing. Trust Honest John's for takeout, delivery, and easy online ordering so you can get the goods without lifting more than a finger. Or stop in for our famous all-you-can-eat pizza buffet. From crispy wings to cheesy pies, Honest John's satisfies. Order now at honestjohns.pizza.
Welcome back to CCS-TV's Community Conversation featuring the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame 2026 induction.
Randy Anderson, president of the Hall of Fame, has spent the last half hour sharing an inside look at this year's inductees.
Randy, when you look at this group as a whole, any standout moments that you're most excited for?
Well, every one of these athletes will probably get up to the podium and say this is maybe the culmination of their sports career. It's a very proud moment for them, for their families, for their children, their coaches. So that's what's meaningful to us. But going back to what our mission is, it's to honor and preserve the sports history of our county. By putting in these great 8 athletes, we are honoring and preserving the sports history that these people made in Chautauqua County.
Yeah, that's really important. So what kinds of messages do these inductees send to young athletes watching at home?
They tell about their journey, maybe some hardships that they've had. For example, Breanne, I know she's going to talk about defeating Hodgkins and how sports prepared her for that journey. You know, you guys are sports guys. You know how hard it is to excel in sports. And I think because she was such a tremendous athlete, it gave her that edge when times got really tough for her to battle Hodgkins. She had a goal. Her goal was to get back to the softball diamond. And so that motivation she got as an athlete helped her get over the hurdle of Hodgkins. And she's got a tremendous message for young people about overcoming adversity and believing in yourself.
Yeah, It's very important.
That's awesome. For folks who would want to support the Hall of Fame, what are some of the ways that the community can get involved and help pitch in?
One thing you can do is come to our banquet. Our banquet is on President's Day. It's always on President's Day, so that's coming up on February 16th. Tickets are available for $50 at the Sports Hall of Fame over at 15 West 3rd, but we also make it very easy to get them online, chautauquasportshalloffame.org, PayPal, slam dunk. We also have a membership program. For $40 a year, you can become a sustaining member of the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame and help us meet our mission. You become part of our events. We have picnics and induction dinners and things like that where we try to bring all our members together. We have a monthly newsletter so you can stay involved in what's going on. So those are the two main ways you can support the Sports Hall of Fame.
Very cool, and I'm definitely looking forward to the ceremony.
Thank you. I just want to have your viewers be aware of our website. It's probably one of the largest and most extensive sports websites that you're going to find. It's 1,500 pages long. We create a web page for every one of our inductees. So photographs, memorabilia, videos, publications, everything that we can gather about our inductees, we put onto our website, chautauquasportshalloffame.org.
Awesome.
Wow, very cool. So, today's class of the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame represents more than trophies and titles.
It represents dedication, perseverance, and the kind of hard work that starts right here in our community.
Our thanks to Randy Anderson, president of the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, for joining us and sharing the stories behind the class of 2026.
The 2026 Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame induction takes place on President's Day, Monday, February 16th at the Lakewood Rod and Gun Club.
As Randy mentioned, tickets are available ahead of the event, and CCS-TV will be live streaming the ceremony beginning at 7 p.m. across our entire streaming network.
For more local stories and community conversations,
keep it right here on CCS-TV.
Thanks for watching.
Market value pricing means you save more at Schultz Auto Group. Search for your next vehicle in person or online within our dealer network, now with an even greater selection of EVs. MVP means you'll get the best deals within our market. Schultz brings the showroom to you with optional personalized virtual walk-around, remote financing, DMV services, and home delivery. 50 years experience with modern customer care. That's why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal.
Welcome to the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, located at 15 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. Visitors will see photographs, awards, apparel, and other sports memorabilia. We invite all visitors to stop in the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame and learn about the sports history of Chautauqua County.
Welcome to Lakewood, New York, where community and adventure meet by the water's edge. Stroll our farmers market, sip something special at bag and string wine merchants, and discover local shops that feel like home. From sailing and pickleball to concerts in the park, every season brings a reason to gather. Lakewood isn't just a destination, it's a way of life. Discover it for yourself. Lakewood, where good times live.
When When I heard about this club, I was so excited because I haven't heard of anything else. And as a kid, I've been wanting to get involved in media, so I'm ready for when I'm an adult in that field. So to hear that there was something, and it was in our local area of Jamestown, that was really cool. Normally, when you hear about things, you have to go to the bigger cities like Buffalo, or even as far as New York City, to get really involved. If people want to learn more, you just have to go to CCS